Hey everybody, the playoffs are here as we get ready to start round one hosting Middle Tennessee. We are the 5 seed, they are the 12 seed. East Lansing is rocking here in a prime time game in the first round of the playoffs as we've actually made it here in just season number 2, coming off a loss in the Big Ten Championship, but overall a fantastic regular season. And this one is set up to be an exciting postseason here if we can just get past game at a time. Now, Middle Tennessee coming out of Conference USA can't take it too easy, can't expect anything too easy. This is the playoffs, and who knows what can happen. So welcome back to the channel for those of y'all returning, and welcome if you are new here to Champion Sons and all of our college football content. Now, looking at Middle Tennessee, right? So you see 67 overall, 69 offense, 66 defense. And yeah, they are part of Conference USA. So your instinct is really to kind of go, this should be a fairly easy one, you know. But looking at their schedule, no, it wasn't the toughest teams in the world, but they still, you got to understand, they still went undefeated, which is a pretty big completion for any school in fact, no matter what conference you're in. And they're kind of a tested team. I mean, you can see they had some close games here. Maybe you can go, well, they shouldn't have been close if they were that good. But they know how to play in close game moments. They know how to play in blowouts. They pretty much, you know, I'm not going to say escape, but they got by and they did what they needed to do to claim that 12 seed. So I'm not going to be one to take them for granted. To take them lightly coming into this round one of the playoffs, because like I said, it is win or go home, and anything is basically possible at this point in time. Now, looking at their roster, so here's where you see a big issue. Look at their quarterback, Jaden Davis. 29 touchdowns to 1 interception. So yeah, sure, you see 3,500 yards, you go, well, that's not that many. That's not much, but 29 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio. He does not turn the ball over. And I mean, when all you need is basically 4 yards of play, and you got a guy who doesn't turn the ball over, that can create some problems. I don't care how good your defense is. 4 yards a play, that takes 3 of them, you got a first down. Stack them together, you got touchdowns. And he's got 29 of them. Now, looking at the rushing attack, so Reeder is going to be their yardage leader with over 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns on the season, and really they had a total of 28 rushing touchdowns on the ground. Davis, the quarterback, comes in with 7, and then their other running back, Taggart, comes in with 10. So they've got a stiff rushing attack, and what you really want to look at that point is a simple fact that, okay, you got a mobile quarterback. They have multiple different options on the ground game to go within the red zone. They can also break some big runs out. You can see their longest is 38, 65, and 26 respectively between Reeder, Davis, and Taggart. So they've got potential to make big plays. Now in the receiving game, I think we've got a decent semi-advantage here tonight. They didn't get a 1,000-yard receiver this season. But you see 29 touchdowns. And Gross comes in with 13 of them. Caleb Gross right there. He comes in with 13, 942 yards, just missing the most yards by 8. Kane had 950 with only 8 touchdowns, but Gross gets 13. So big time red zone target. And if you look, they don't drop a whole lot. Gilmore does lead the team in drops with 3 of them on the season, which isn't all that much. Respectively. So, I mean, they're a tough offensive team. They do present some defensive challenges that we're going to need to watch out for. So, you know, not just on the rushing game, but also through the air and their consistency with being able to make plays and being able to make catches. That's something that can cause some issues. Now, looking at the defensive side of the game. This, I think, is where we will see an advantage for our offensive line. If you look at the sacks, they really did not get that many. Torrin Petaway leads the team with 4 sacks coming off the edge. And then Love comes in at 3 sacks. Simpson Smith at 1.5 on the season. So this is where I think we're going to see our advantage. Now, possibly that might mean a shootout, but I think as long as we avoid our own turnovers, we should be fine. Offensively, it's just going to be whether our defense can make sure to stop them on those big plays and handle a mobile quarterback, which has at times been a slight issue for us. And speaking of turnovers, Bruss leads the team with 4, right? So they have 4, 7, 9. They have 11 interceptions on the season as a team, which isn't, the largest number in the world. But the way we've been playing quarterback here in this back half of the season, and this kind of stuff does make you nervous. Just because we've been kind of turnover happy here at the end. I mean, we saw what happened in the Big Ten championship game. We saw what happened against Michigan. Things can get out of hand crazy, and quickly if we're not careful. So let's go ahead and jump into this game here. Opening playoff round number 1 against Middle Tennessee. As we hand that one off to Gabriel Irwin, he's going to get his 3rd carry already on this early game here, 10 minutes ago in the first quarter, as it's 2nd and 2. Now Baker's going to have it, drops off a screen pass for Irwin on the right side, hit and brought down, but he still gets the first down, so that's a positive note. First down, I'll take it. So from the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 on the inside the plus territory here for the Spartans. As we send Collier in motion, Baker has the snap. Quick throw to Collier on the left side. He's got blocker out in front of him in space. Cuts it back in and hit and brought down at about the 19-yard line, but he is going to be kind of looking hobbled getting up from that one. He's going to have to come off the field and go into the blue tent there for a little bit to see, as the doctors will check him out to see if we'll be able to get him back in this game, and hopefully we are. That would be a big loss if it's a semi-serious injury. Now 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 19. 2 tight ends set from the shotgun. Baker's got the snap, hands off Irwin, left side, makes a cut, and one-man miss. Almost gets the edge. He had it right there. But the Blue Raiders chased him down. That defense got him after an 8-yard gain. Irwin's almost got 30 yards on 4 carries, averaging over 7 yards per carry. A pretty good start to the night for him. 2nd and 2, going to be in a shotgun, 4 wide set. Drips to the right side, has the snap, swing pass over to Meeks, pushes forward and gets the first down. Wasn't looking for a touchdown or a big play, just needed the first down on that one, and that's what we got. Baker, 5 of 8 for 42 yards already here in this one. So 1st and goal Spartans. Going to stay in the shotgun. 2 back, 3 wide receiver set. Has the snap, hands off Irwin up the middle. Hole opens up, and Irwin gets dragged down shy of the end zone at the 3-yard line. Oh, man, he is one step away from breaking things open. I mean, one step away from getting into the end zone. It's that simple. That's going to make it 2nd and goal here. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Baker's got the snap. Blitz comes. Fires it left side. He's going to hit Breeze. Touchdown, Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Open up this playoffs with a touchdown on offense. Brett Breeze, our tight end, comes up big time. Did a great job navigating through traffic and really creating space with him and the defender. That's going to give us a 7-0 lead. Now here come the Blue Raiders after that. Davis in the shotgun has it. It's going to be an option keeper left side. Hit and brought down as that Bowman comes up with the big time stop. That old sophomore Jimmy Bowman coming up with the tackle, and he's a pretty sure tackler. I'll give him that. So 2nd and 11. Davis claps his hands. Sends a receiver in motion. Has the snap, quick pass on the swing out to the right side. He's got space in front of him. And we take his legs out as Jackson takes the legs out of from under the receiver and brings them down shy of the yard to gain. It is 3rd and 2 now from their own 41-yard line. They need the 43. Davis has the snap, hands it off, takes off to the right side. Nowhere to go as the defense wraps him up and brings him down. And now we're going to, after they are forced to punt, here we are later into the second quarter now, early into it, 14 and a half minutes to go, handing that one off to Izzy, cuts it up to the left side and then right down the numbers there, and he's going to be brought down after a good gain of 13 yards. Ian Zakiji, however you want to pronounce it, we call him Izzy. Took a good handoff, got the edge, and a good run. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 24-yard line. Baker's going to have it in his hands. He takes off up the middle. Baker cuts it back to the left side and wisely slides down. He does have a propensity to fumble, so I'm glad to see that he's sliding now a little bit more. So 1st and 10. Baker claps his hands, has the snap, blitz, comes off the right side, drops it off to Colbin Price coming across the field, and he's going to be hit after gaining 9 yards. That's going to make it 2nd and 1. And a good job reading that blitz there by Baker and to find the quick pass coming across the field to Price on the drag route from the blitzing side. So he kind of had some space open. So 2nd and 1. Hand that off to Izzy. He gets hit and stood up. Oh, man, the defense for the Blue Raiders came up big on that one. Izzy had no chance to go anywhere. So that's going to make it 3rd and 4 now from the shotgun. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line, 2 receivers set. Collier is back in the game at the wide right position. Has the snap. Blitz comes. Baker rolls out to the right. He's going to have nobody in front of him. That's an easy walk-in touchdown, Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This offense is starting to get cooking, and that's a dangerous thing. We do lead 14-0 here in the first round of the playoffs on opening weekend night for the postseason. Baker rolls out to the right. Not one player from Middle Tennessee was there. Just a great play call by this offense to match up what they did on that defense, and that was an easy touchdown. Now later, after forcing another punt, here we come right back at him. The handoff to Izzy up the middle makes a one-man miss and is brought down after an 8-yard gain. Irwin is taking some time off. Looks like they're going to be giving him a break. He has been handling quite a load. Dunham has been kind of banged up here in this back half of the season, so it's going to be splitting plenty of time between Irwin and Izzy. Speaking of Irwin, we hand it off to him on the right side, has the edge, cuts it back towards the numbers, and he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 Spartans. This offense is just picking up chunk play after chunk play just to work its way down the field on offense. Irwin, 53 yards on 8 carries. Not quite at the 7 yards per carry, but just about 6.5, give or take. So here we come out, 3 receiver, 2-back set once again. Baker has a snap, gets it over to Meeks on the little shovel pass. He takes off around the left edge, tries to spin it back in, but he is going to be stood up right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line there. 2nd and 2, under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter now. Baker claps his hands, has a snap, hands it off to Irwin left side. He gets past the 20, and he's brought down at about the 13-yard line. Seems to be getting around 7. Every time we see him at 7, 8 yards, doing pretty consistently tonight. And there's another one, 1st and 10 Spartans, well inside the red zone now at the 13. From the shotgun, trips to the left side of the line here. Baker claps his hand, has the snap, hands off Irwin going right. He's almost got the edge at the 5. Stiff arming his way forward in the end zone. Touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Gabriel Irwin brute force to enter the end zone on that one. He did get the edge, which really gave him leverage and positioning, but then taking on 2 Blue Raider defenders there right at the goal line, and he's going to win that one, and that's going to give us a 21-0 lead. So on the following possession, here come the Blue Raiders, 1st and 10. Play action, and he's going to be blasted in the back of the end zone. Brady Pretzloff comes up with the big-time sack. Davis had nowhere to go on that little play action, but no blocking. I mean, Pretzloff came off the edge completely untouched. And I'm surprised Davis was able to hold on to that one. That's going to make it 2nd and 16 for the Blue Raiders. As our defense looks over here to get set out on the field, here we come out as the Blue Raiders have 3 receivers set with their tight end is in a slot position on the right side. Davis has the snap. Clean pocket. Finally it breaks down, rolls to the left, chunks that one up, finds his running back over in the flat, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 12 yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and 4. All the way to their own 31-yard line. Davis has the snap. Pressure comes and he gets rid of it, but it's going to be incomplete. Great defense there, as that will force a punt. So now leading 21-0 coming into these half times, you have some big moments that you can do. As Baker cuts that one outside of the left side, an option keeper. Baker's breaking tackles and dragged down at the 16. No, they're going to mark him at the 17-yard line. 5 minutes to go, leading 21-0 as we try to continue to put the hammer down. Do not relent too quick. Do not relent too easy. Leading 21-0, this is an opportunity for us to try to really start shutting that door and make it a 4-score ball game. Now Baker has the snap, drifts to the right side, tosses that one up. He's going to find Collier on a little out pattern. And what a great play and great catch that one was by Braylon. His 4th catch of the night for 50 yards. That one kind of hung up there longer than what you really would want it to, but still a great catch nonetheless. Now 1st and goal, Spartans. Blitz comes. Baker gets rid of it. That one's almost caught. Ooh, looking for Blunt coming across the middle, but unable to make the connection. The pressure got there just way too quick. So that's going to make it 2nd and goal now for the Spartans as they have the snap in hand. Clean pocket, fires it over the middle, and everybody was covered up. That seemed like more of a throwaway than an attempted pass completion. But you know what? We'll take it. It is what it is. I'd rather do that than turn it over. So now here comes 3rd and goal. Baker claps his hands, has a snap. Blitz comes, fires it, hits Meeks at the goal line, and touchdown Spartans. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. For the 4th touchdown in this first half by the Spartans offense. That's going to make it 28-0 right now. And just a great job by Baker to stand in there. The blitz bearing down on him. Just mere moments away from contact, and he completes that pass. So now, here we come out with another opportunity. 2 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter as Blunt makes a catch and takes off down the right sideline as gets to the 50-yard mark. It's 28-0. This could be a nail in the coffin kind of drive to make it 35 if we can do it. And why not? It's the first round of the playoffs. Leave no doubt in it. As Baker fired that one over Blunt, nobody was around him. Like, there is nobody around him. I'm impressed that defense allowed such a play and that thing didn't score. Now 1st and 10, a minute 20 remaining. Baker rolls out to the right, finds a space, takes off down the sideline, and he's going to go down after getting the 1st down, which is probably a little bit smarter. It does help to stop the clock. Not like we're on a timeout problem. We have 3 timeouts. Baker now, a minute to go from the shotgun, has it, hands it off to Irwin, right side, stiff arming his way forward, and he's finally going to be brought down. Now we're going the no huddle, as we are going to have 4 receivers set here. Blunt wide left, trips to the right. Baker has a snap in hand, clock is moving. Fires it to the left side, hits Blunt, breaks 1 tackle, he's at the 10, cuts it back, breaks another one. Touchdown Spartans. Oh my goodness. Oh baby. Oh, baby, what a catch and run by Blunt on that one. Made the catch on the left side, broke the initial tackle, and then on the cutback, breaks another tackle at the 5-yard line. And he's going to punch that one in. That's the 5th touchdown of the first half for this offense. And like I said earlier, whenever they scored their 2nd one, they are cooking, and these fellers are cooking to say the least. Now we are going to jump into halftime here as we do lead 35-0. Number 5 seeded team versus number 12 seeded team. Blunt is going to be a player spotlight with only 2 catches for 60 yards on the day, although I have thrown to him 5 times. 2 catches on 5 targets ain't that great, but I can at least, he's been damned effective to say the least, folks. Scoring a touchdown on half of his catches. And really, that was just a fantastic individual effort. I mean, the throw was good enough to get there, but that was all Blunt being able to score that touchdown and put us up by 5 scores. So, a great job here by this offense, being incredibly efficient. Now, let's check out the second half to see what our defense does and make sure our team doesn't collapse, because that kind of thing has happened before. As the Blue Raiders start out on defense, as they throw that one to their running back in the flat, and he almost lost about 4 yards, but instead only loses 1. Herzog brings him down behind the line to make it 2nd and 11 at their own 39-yard line. Davis staying in the shotgun for the Middle Tennessee. has the snap in hand. 3 rush. Pressure gets there. Davis is going to be strip sacked, but the Blue Raiders fall on it. Wow, that was close right there. We rushed only 3 guys on the line, and we were able to get to the quarterback. Lendrick Barber comes up with a big-time play. Not a whole lot of playing time this season, but he is getting time today, and he's taking advantage of it, to say the least. His second sack of the evening. So 3rd and 19 now from the shotgun. Davis has it. Blitz comes, chunks it over the middle, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Ooh, that was a close one. Like to get that turnover and just take that one back in and punch it home, but hey, it is what it is, you know. So now here we come with our next possession following their punt. Let's see if we can open this thing up with the touchdown, because why not? Hand that first one off to Irwin, picks up 8 yards, so 2nd and 2 now from the 45 on the plus side. Hand off another one to Irwin up the middle. Big hole opens up. Irwin fighting forward, breaking tackles, and he's going to cross the century mark on just 13 carries with that one. Gets us down to the 31-yard line. And that's going to be 1st and 10 Spartans. Big time run. Like I said, he is now over the century mark. So here comes this offense. It's going to be in a 3-wide set, but we do have the Price, our tight end, in the slot right position. Has the snap, hands off Irwin, up the middle, hole opens up again, makes another cut, and a man miss. And instead of 8 yards, he picks up about 12. Actually, they're going to give him 13 yards right there. Good run by Irwin. Here we go. Inside the red zone at the 19, 19-yard line. Baker claps his hands. Play action, and the pressure gets there on the play action. I hate that. It just took too long to develop. Simpson Smith, we knew he came in with a couple sacks so far in the season. And, you know, he's a talented young player, so you're not always going to hold him off. But he gets to us there, and this time we correct it by handing that one off to Irwin, and we're going to pick up all that sack yardage back, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 now. So we at least made back the loss. So 3rd and 10, coming from the shotgun, 3 receiver set. Dubs to the right side, Blunt and Collier. Coming across as Meeks, passes delivered to him on 3rd and 10, and it's only going to go for 5 yards. Meeks does hold on to it, just could not break away. And that's going to bring out our field goal unit, leading 35-0. As we get set to put the boot to the ball, and that one does go right down the middle. That would make it 38-0 now. And the score just keeps piling on, which I am perfectly fine with, folks. I will take that any day of the week. Now just one more opportunity, because, well, hell, why not? Leading 38-0. Here we come back after another punt. Hand that one to Izzy. Gets past the one tackler. What a shifty little maneuver right there. That's going to make it 1st and 10. After that run at the 21-yard line, Baker staying in the shotgun. Izzy still in the backfield. 4-wide set here. Trips to the right side. Blunt wide left by himself. Has the snap, delayed handoff to Izzy up the middle, and nowhere to go. Picks up a yard. I'll take it. I'll take the yard. Not a big deal. And so that's going to make it 2nd and 9. So here comes Baker from the shotgun. Looking over the defense, has a snap. Hands off to Izzy going up the middle once again. And, oh my, I can't believe they marked him short. He had the yardage. They're going to mark him what amounts to just a few inches short, and that's going to make it 3rd and inches. You got to be kidding me, fellas. So 3rd and inches. Baker claps his hands. It's going to be a handoff to the right side, and Izzy unable to get away with it. Just handing it off, letting the young fella run, and he couldn't quite get there on that one. Now, leading 38-0, I got nothing to lose. 4th and 2. Let's put some points up. Direct snap to Izzy up the middle. Hole opens up, gets past one tackler that had a blocker on him, and is finally brought down at the 8-yard line. That is going to be a 1st down, so it's 1st and goal Spartans after that run. Izzy's got 11 carries for 66 yards on the day. A hell of a run and a hell of a night for him. One more handoff, and he gets blasted pretty much in the backfield. He lost about a yard right there. So that's going to be second and goal from the 9. Look at the offensive comparisons, 113 to 193. That's comparable, but negative 11 to like 250 something. That's not. That's why you see the score the way it is. So it's still here in the third quarter, under 2 minutes to go now. Baker's got the snap. Quick throw over the middle to Meeks. Touchdown, Spartans. His second of the night. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's going to make it 45 to nothing. And I mean, that cooks them. That's done. They are well done on that, and we're going to walk out of here with a win. We did put the backups in for the fourth quarter, so we didn't score anything additional, but great offensive performance, just an overall great win. And that's going to set us up to go to the Cotton Bowl to face off against UCLA. Now, while I am thinking about it, I do want to remind y'all to hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it already. And if you did like today's video, definitely give us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel, and I truly appreciate everything y'all have done for us here at Champ & Sons. All right, so taking a look at what we have in front of us. We will take on UCLA in the Cotton Bowl. Tennessee will play Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Two ACC opponents, NC State and SMU, face off in the Orange Bowl. And then Clemson takes on SEC champion Texas in the Sugar Bowl. Those should all be interesting games. I can't wait to see how this playoff continues. But the next episode, we will be in Dallas, Texas at Jerry's World in the Death Star, taking on the UCLA Bruins. So I will see y'all in that game, everybody. So as always, stay safe, and well, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.